Hi there guys, Sam here. You join me once again in the Golf R for another video and a little bit around other owners' reviews of the Golf R. So I'll get straight into the video really. So yeah, maybe a little bit of a mini series on this, but what I wanted to do was to go through what your kind of thoughts are on the Golf R. You probably know all of my thoughts on it from the many videos that I've done on this car. I asked a recent owner actually what his experience was like on his Golf R. And basically what this video, I'll just go through this owner's review of his ownership experience of his Mk7.5 Golf R, and hopefully that will kind of help you guys out. But I'll put it up on the screen as I'm speaking as well. So if you're not familiar with my channel, I own a Mk7 Golf R, which I'm in now. It's in limestone grey. I've had it for about 2.5 years and I've done about 25 odd thousand miles. But this is more about other people's reviews and I'll get straight into it really. So the first one was from Craig, and I asked Craig basically his opinion on his Golf R and his ownership, and hopefully he gets to tune into this video as well. So yeah, this is what Craig said about his ownership of his Golf R. Hi Sam, some thoughts on my Golf R ownership. I purchased the car brand new in July 2017 and in just over 2 years it didn't skip a beat once. I had a Mk7 GTI for 4 years prior to the R. When I saw the Mk7.5 R for the first time, I decided it was time to trade up. I love the new headlight design, not everyone was convinced, the new TFT display which was fantastic, and of course the additional 80 brake horsepower coming from the GTI. However, it was moving from a manual to DSG, which was by far and away the biggest revelation. I think it's quite interesting actually going on that whole Mk7 GTI to a Mk7.5 R, because a lot of my thoughts have actually been around maybe a GTI is enough. So it's good to think that Craig really felt this as being a big upgrade. So moving on, if you've never tried a DSG box, then you should, as it's just incredible, especially in 7-speed galleys, and it's just perfect for the car's character in my opinion. Just to let you know, if you had a Mk7 Golf R, it's actually 6-speed. If you got the 7.5, it's actually 7-speed, if you didn't know that. Moving from a GTI to an R, I was a little concerned that I'd get bored quickly, but that was never the case with the R, especially because of the DSG. I purchased the car with very few factory fitted options, and in my opinion there was nothing that was essential to add. Again, really good car as standard actually with the kit it comes with. The car comes with large sat-nav screens as well as heated seats as standard. Yes, perhaps Victorias would have been nice, but you don't really need them, especially if you don't have DCC. Craig had the same as mine, the 18-inch Cadiz wheels. I think they're really good as well. The interior on the whole was a lovely place to be, and absolutely no negatives with the inside. In terms of the outside, I'd say that the paint does seem to be quite soft, and it's easy enough to pick up stone chips even at moderate speeds. For me personally, the standard exhaust note is disappointingly quiet, even in race mode, so I had a res delete done, which definitely improved the pops and bangs with little in the way of drone. Definitely a mod worth considering and easily reversible. With 300 brake horsepower, the car certainly is quick enough, and launch control can become addictive. I would say that the drive is not massively engaging, and it's very much a point and shoot. That's probably because the car is so good that you never feel that you're ever in danger of losing control. Sound stuff saying that, of course, you never want to crash your pride and joy, but it could do with feeling a little more connected to the road and a little more rewarding to drive. Yeah, I can kind of get that. I think as a pure fun, just out and out fun car, it is going to miss that beat, but I think the compromise in that area is pretty good as to make it an all-rounder. On the whole, it's a fantastic car, and in terms of hot hatches, it's by far and away the best bang for your buck you can get. So much so that in 2 years, 4 months of ownership, the car cost me approximately only 6k, which I think is amazing. Interesting to know about actually costs, and you know, sometimes you get comments and you think people will say you're going to lose a ton of money, and you can sometimes think that you might lose quite a bit of money in a car like this. Similar to kind of Craig, I haven't actually lost as much money as you'd think on this car either, and it does hold its money well, and I'll echo Craig's thoughts on that as well for my car. So the car will be very sadly missed, and given that my priorities have changed in the last few years, I've had to let my head rule my heart in this instance. Still promise to get myself that Porsche by the time I'm 50. Keep enjoying your R, it's one special car. So those were Craig's thoughts on his Golf R and his ownership of the car. I think it's really good to see someone else's perspective on it, and you know, he's really enjoyed the car, he's had a great time. Change of circumstances, you know, it's got to fit into your life, and I really do think the Golf R is one of the best cars that can fit into your life, whatever the kind of circumstances, and that's what's great about it. But if, as your priorities change and you need a different type of car, you know, you do have to kind of move on, and that kind of takes priority. And I don't think you'll ever look back on owning this car and think, really wasn't that special.
I think it is special. I think it is a great car. I suppose the difference is from my car to Craig's is mine's got a manual. It's a Mk7, not a 7.5, and mine's a 3-door as well. And for someone to say the biggest difference was purely the gearbox, I think that's quite interesting as well. And as much as I love this car, it would be interesting to see what it would be like to have a DSG. I think it certainly would add to its day-to-day practicality. And in terms of just an absolute weapon that can kind of take on anything, it really does do it. You know, it takes time for me to change gear ultimately. So, you know, you're going to lose a little bit of time there. So that's interesting to know. Obviously, you guys kind of know my thoughts on the Golf R. I think it's amazing. You know, it's still remaining my car. You know, I have no intentions to get rid of it. But it is important to know that as priorities change, you may have to move on. But, you know, you only live once, you know. And you won't have any regrets of trying this car, and you know, you can look back on it with kind of pride and say, I drove a 300 brake horsepower 4-wheel drive super hatch really, and the fact that it works on a day-to-day basis is really, really good. So let me know your thoughts on that, and to be honest, if you guys have your own sort of feedback on your Golf R ownership, let me know and I'll do more videos like this. Craig put a bit of time to actually kind of write that all out, his ownership experience. He didn't have to. I asked him to, and he shared his thoughts on the car. You know, drop a comment in this video if you want to share your real ownership experience of this car, good or bad. You know, I'm happy to share any feedback really. Or you can ping me on Instagram as well. If you check out my channel, you can get a link to my Instagram on there. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. You know, give it a like if you enjoyed this video. It's important for me to know what kind of videos you guys like, and subscribe for more content on my Golf R. And I really do think a big part of my channel is that community of kind of Golf R owners, and as well as other people who've maybe owned a Golf R in the past as well. It is a channel kind of open for everyone. I've got a massive passion for fast Fords as well, so you know, if you've got one of those, I think you'd be interested in my channel. But thanks very much for watching. If you'd like to watch my latest video, click up there. If you'd like to watch a video I think you'd be really interested in, click down there. If you'd like to subscribe, please click on the link just in front of my face. But thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers, guys.